Nets and Bulls. Chicago, the last team in the NBA to start its season off. And some long pregame ceremonies leading up to the tip as we check out the Nissan starting lineups for the Nets. Same starting five as the one Lawrence Frank used 2 nights ago in the loss to Miami. Jefferson, Collins, and Williams up front. Vaughn and Mercer in the backcourt for New Jersey. Last year, the Bulls were 23-59, and the Nets swept them behind 3 big efforts from Richard Jefferson. RJ scored 26, 27, and 20 points in the 3 games the Nets played against the Chicago Bulls. Lawrence Frank has got a new contract, 4-year deal, rewarded after his coaching from a year ago. First full season as the head coach of the New Jersey Nets.
With the hard work that he's put in over his short career thus far, but
standing ovation as the pregame ceremonies continue here at the United Center. Richard Jefferson, the high man, 2 nights ago with 19 points. Gordon swings it. Heinrich using the Chandler screen. Step in for the J. Almost got the roll. The high bounce rebounded by Jefferson. Nets shot 38% from the field 2 nights ago and scored only 5 fast break points. Gordon catch and shoot. And rebound by Jefferson on the weak side.
sometimes shot selection is questionable, but I think his toughness and his heart is not.
Off the switch, Heinrich is open. 3 on the way. And Jefferson with another rebound. Bulls have missed 4 of their last 5. So the Nets turn it over for the second time. New Jersey 1 of 4 from the field. Bulls are 2 of 7. Gordon's jumper, no good.
He never got himself set. Not a good look from Ben Gordon, and then not getting back on defense.
Mercer, blocked by Heinrich. Ron Mercer went in for the big finish, and Heinrich negated him.
Well, Ben Gordon ought to be the first one over to high-five his teammate Heinrich, because he was lazy getting back after the miss, but Heinrich comes in and does a great job. That's tremendous hustle.
And he misses on the triple.
Oh, a young team here for the Bulls, and they're feeling it.
Blocking foul against Nocioni, and Jefferson just
Did he change the mind
patted
of the official?
Leroy Richardson on the backside.
The whistle was blown, and as soon as it was blown, Richard went out and talked to him. You get a look at the right side of your screen here. A little bit of a flop, but Richard, before he makes the call.
So even Steven it goes in this first quarter. Jefferson the benefit of a call against Nocioni, and now RJ called on the charge.
And that call may be part of being a somewhat near a superstar, as Richard was able to get the call the first time, didn't get the second one.
Here's Gordon looking inside to Harrington. Jumper over Collins, no good, and Jefferson snatches the loose ball for his 5th rebound of the quarter. Morning, awkward trying to put it on the floor.
Good hands, though, from Chandler to knock it away.
Break opportunity. Heinrich's pull-up pop doesn't go, and another rebound for Jefferson. That's his 6th.
Well, good job by the Nets on the glass. Also, nice little change of pace here by Lawrence Frank.
Luol Deng looks to the inside. Chandler knocked free by Mercer into the hands of Reiner, stolen away by Jefferson.
Same thing, they're allowing the New Jersey big men to shoot the basketball rather than make them put it on the floor, and right now Mourning and Collins are hurting the Bulls.
Heinrich from downtown rims out on a 3. Jefferson has his 7th rebound of the first quarter.
And that was an easy one because there were no white jerseys underneath for an offensive rebound, so Heinrich's got to think better about the shots.
Good find. Jefferson to Collins, and he's hacked on the inside. 2 free throws coming up for Jason Collins.
Nice ball movement, good work there as Collins gets free for a moment underneath. Jefferson making their free throws. You look at the Bulls, you said no free throws yet. 26% from the field.
How about the impact of Jefferson? He hasn't scored yet, but he's played well in the first quarter.
He's 0 for 4, which you really don't worry about because he's rebounding the basketball. He's creating situations, anticipating when he gets double teamed. You got to look for the open man. That's just solid basketball.
And 7 rebounds for RJ through the first 12 minutes of action. Now on the bench, replaced by Mercer. And they lead the Bulls 25-15 on a 14-4 run here in the Windy City. Start of the second quarter at the United Center. Buford's jumper, he's got it for 3.
You notice Chicago came out in a little bit of a zone there perimeter passing, the open look from the corner. Rodney Buford knocking it down.
Rodney Buford is on a hot streak, 3 of 3 from the field.
Recognition.
Jefferson the steal. Able to take it away from Dang, who trips him from behind. That should be a breakaway foul because he had a clear path going to the basket.
Yeah, they might call it incidental as he was diving for the ball and accidentally caught the heel of Richard Jefferson, so he may not get it.
It is a clear path foul.
Okay.
So Jefferson will get the one shot and then the side out. And Scott Skiles with an early Tylenol moment.
Yeah, well, it's a good call. I think it's a correct call. I just wasn't sure if they thought as Dang was going down, they just wouldn't call it incidental, but clearly Jefferson had control and was across the midcourt line. So he gets the free throw and the Nets will get the ball just been swarming right now and a little frisky.
Piatkowski following his own shot off the miss. Heinrich lines it up. Can't hit the three. Rebounded by Jefferson, his 8th.
Long shots, long rebounds, lead to fast breaks.
Nets running off the miss by Plonanich. Scalabrine there to clean it up.
Time out, Chicago. They need one badly.
And some boos from the Bulls faithful. The Plonanich getting in on the act. Nets running the floor and Scalabrine in the right place off the miss. Big lead, New Jersey.
Outstanding, and saw pretty good production from that bench the other night, but everyone getting in the act. And with this type of game, as you're watching it over on the bench, there's no question you're anxious to get in because you see the defensive intensity.
Let's reset the lineups on the floor. Plonanich, Buford, Eric Williams, Aaron Williams, and Jefferson. Plonanich able to get it across. Jefferson lines it up and buries it from long range.
It's all falling now. Must be aggressive against pressure. The Bulls showed some full court variety there. Get the ball down to the corner. The open look from Jefferson goes.
Nets shooting lights out, 56% from the field. No Sione, the flip, no. Rebounded by Jefferson, his 9th board of the half. The flip for Williams, layup doesn't go.
Real good looks and done a great job from the corner there. That should not happen if you're the Chicago Bulls, and I guarantee you Scott Skiles over there after that play has got to be red-faced because that should not happen.
Jefferson scoops up the loose ball. Nets are running again. RJ, lob, catch, and Mercer can't finish. Bulls take it the other way with no Sione. Under 6 minutes to go now in the first half. Gordon, catch and shoot.
He's determined, but boy, he looks off, way off.
He is searching right now.
He made him commit. Crossed over, went around him. Nice use of the left hand. No Sione.
Good ball fake by the Argentinian. 47-22, Williams jumper. The Nets cannot miss.
They're really hurting the Bulls around that foul line, elbow area. The big men in particular, they're not getting out there quickly enough and closing out. And the Nets big men are taking advantage.
Close it down, and then the train will get it going from the outside. It's 49-22 Nets. Timeout. That's how badly he wanted to come to the NBA.
It's a lot to give up.
And how much the Bulls thought of him. Buford, Vaughn, looking for the open man, has to get it in. He does for Williams. Jefferson, fouled outside by Griffin. So Adrian Griffin came over from Houston, left Seton Hall back in 1996. And Griffin able to make a name for himself in the CBA as the MVP of that league, getting a chance finally to play here in the NBA.
Yeah, I think the place where he made the best name for himself a couple of times and really hasn't found his niche once again.
So the Nets still have not missed at the free throw line. Williams against Dang. Collins and Nocioni is getting physical. Jefferson on the inside. Jefferson. Hesitation. Williams unable to get it off cleanly. Jefferson tracks it down.
That's great hustle. Great job there by Richard Jefferson. Boy, they're letting him play a little bit, at least on that possession. And Jefferson on the floor to get it. Smart heads-up play to call a timeout rather than give up the jump ball.
A 20-second timeout. Only 1 second remains on the shot clock. So I'm not sure the Nets are going to have much time to do anything with it. But a sign of how badly the Nets want this one on the road to get their first win.
You've got to take every possession for what it is. And regardless, obviously, Richard can't see. Doesn't have enough time to recognize how much time they have on that shot clock. But you never know.
Teammates stand up to applaud him as Jefferson came off the floor for the 22nd timeout.
And you should, because those are the type of plays that that add up during the course of a long season. You have to make sure you get the last shot, recognize the situation, and hope for one.
Luol Deng feeding another rookie. Nocioni, drop step, offensive.
Actually could have called the walk, because I didn't think he got the ball down in time, but a turnover nonetheless. Not a smart play. Going too soon. You'll see Nocioni, watch the offhand. Comes out a little bit. Good call from Jack Neese. Bad turnover for Chicago.
55, the Bulls 35. And Richard Jefferson, 12 first half rebounds for RJ.
Yeah, just 1 of 7, but that's what you have to do when one area of your game is not working. And certainly Richard Jefferson did not have the scoring part going, but he did other things. And you talked about those 12 rebounds, still played a solid first half of basketball despite the troubles scoring and shooting.
Let's get it up in a hurry. Heinrich picks up Vaughn, and Jefferson trying to work his way through some traffic. A foul called. Nocioni with a personal.
And Nocioni trying to find Jefferson early in transition to make some contact with him, sometimes a step in front, some old tricks I guess you play over in Europe, but Richard would have nothing of it, and the foul's called on Nocioni.
It's number 3 on Andres Nocioni. Shot clock at 10. Mercer really the only net player that couldn't get going. Jefferson drains the J.
No hesitation. Remember, Nocioni with those 3 fouls, maybe a little hesitant to get back into Jefferson's face, gave him room.
Kirk Heinrich in his 2nd year out of Kansas. Not a pure point guard, but he's turned out to be a terrific playmaker for the Chicago team. Eric Williams, a triple.
Big shot there for Eric to get going here in the second half.
So the Newark, New Jersey native able to hit it from long range. 5 points for Williams. Gordon hooks a pass over for Heinrich. Nocioni. Offensive foul. Number 4 on Andres Nocioni. Scott Skiles voicing his displeasure with Violet Palmer, and now Luol Deng will come in to replace Nocioni.
And Nocioni tried to lean back in, had an open look along the baseline, used a pump fake. And really, he initiated the contact. Turnovers don't like them. You saw the numbers on the turnovers. Even in that regard, but the Nets with the big lead here.
Deng scored from there just a moment ago, and he touched it last. Out of bounds. Just got taken to school defensively by Richard Jefferson. Heinrich now with 15. He is 6 of 16 shooting. Williams lob, catch, and reverse slammer.
Pretty.
Richard Jefferson.
Great job. They clear out the backside. Richard takes his man up the lane. There's room to throw the lob. Fine flush.
And good look by Williams. 10 points for Jefferson, 12 rebounds.
Great action there. Good job by Deng. Let's get a look at that last pass. The lob, Jefferson, nice fake on the money. And you see Eric Williams had to be perfect. It was.
Heinrich defended tightly by Vaughn. Here's Heinrich firing. Off the rim, Jefferson guides the ball to himself for his 13th rebound of the night. Jefferson on a bounce. Mercer to the rim. Time for us to take a look at the Samsung closer look replay. Eric Williams to Richard Jefferson on the reverse delivery. Nets get it off the alley-oop.
Well, the key there is clearing the backside, because you take all the defenders away, and once Richard recognizes he's being fronted, take your man up the lane, give the passer room to make that pass, throw it to the corner of the backboard. Pass was on the money. Jefferson catches it, an easy one for him. It's Deng going after that ball to get it before it crossed over half court, and finding his teammate and former teammate at Duke, Duhan.
Jefferson fouled, taking it to the hole. Scalabrini with a good find inside to RJ. And Jefferson will shoot a pair as Griffin picks up the personal. Rodney Buford will check in after the first free throw. Ron Mercer continues to have his problems on the offensive end. He's 0 for 7. Jefferson adding to his point total, 11 now for RJ, 13 boards. Nets still have not missed at the line. That's 22 in a row.
Typically in the NBA, you're down big numbers. Takes a lot of energy to get back in the game. Most teams can't sustain that through that and overcome a big hump.
Jefferson drives to the rim and breaks down the Bulls defense for the bucket.
Well, that's just a matter of determination right there. Richard Jefferson saying, I've had enough. I'm going to put it on my shoulders right to the hole.
Wide open three. And rebounded by Vaughn. Up ahead, Jefferson. RJ with the isolation against Griffin. Harrington the double team. Dumped down and over the back, Heinrich. They are over the limit, and free throws coming for Collins in a mismatch down low. The fourth quarter is next from the United Center. They lead the Bulls 77-74. Tri-State 4 presents tonight's key matchup at the small forward position. These two guys saw one another in Athens, Jefferson and Nocioni.
Yeah, Jefferson struggling at times offensively, but you look at the rebounds, 14 of them. Nocioni, a guy that's battled some foul trouble, but he competes.
What do the Nets need to do to get back to that swagger they had in the first half?
They got to get their head back on their shoulders. Right now, they're not meeting pressure with pressure. Right now, they're succumbing to what Chicago's doing. They've got to be patient, run their sets, get good looks, and continue to attack.
Jefferson exploding to the rim.
Like that. You must find a way to take the crowd out of it. You do that by trying to get to the hole and get layups.
Doesn't get the roll.
It did look how awkward it was, and he really got it to go, but not a good look or a good shot.
Here's Jefferson, a back-in mismatch with Heinrich. Duck in, Jefferson leaves it for the morning slam.
A lot of bodies standing around, and Richard Jefferson making the last two plays. One with a drive and a layup, the other one on a dish to Morning.
So what looked to be a Bulls turnover and a fast break the other way. Instead, Chicago retains it.
Fast play. Jefferson inside just leaves it off to Morning, and hard to believe a guy that big, uncontested, no white shirts around him, he finishes.
Jefferson, 14 rebounds. That is one shy of his career high.
Good decision there. Don't force anything. Plenty of time on the shot clock once again to get back into another set.
He's guarded by Heinrich. Mercer trying to force his way in. Outside Jefferson. Jefferson finds Mercer. Corner J is good.
Good job, good patience there. Working a two-man game, Jefferson and Mercer. Almost, I hate to say it, makeup, even though it involves a different referee, but tough one there is Nocioni. He's had a habit of trying to do that. He and Jefferson, a little game within a game, going at one another.
29 for Heinrich. That's a career high. It's a three-point Bulls lead. Jefferson, he knew he missed it. Followed his own shot off the side of the rim. And Jefferson draws the foul. Richard Jefferson stuck with the play and earns a trip to the free throw line. He quiets the crowd in the process.
Did he ever? I mean, he took this shot under duress. But as you said, he knew he missed it, and what Dang did, who was guarding him, he didn't block him out. Off the high screen, buries the three.
And Jefferson buries the first free throw. 87-85. Jefferson has matched his career high in rebounds with 15. He's got 17 points. Make it 18. He's shooting them well from the free throw line. 7 of 7.
Big.
Dang gives it up. Heinrich has a screen. Switch off. Morning sticks with Heinrich. Open man Duhon. Shuffles the feet. Dish to Nocioni. And blocked by Jefferson. Out of bounds.
Only 3 on the shot clock, and you get a timeout here, but tremendous help defense from Jefferson on the block.
A huge defensive play by RJ, and Nocioni is looking around, asking where's the whistle. 2:53 to go in the fourth. 87-86. Bulls leading the Nets.
Harrington, believe me, not known as a shooter from what, outside 5-6 feet?
He knocked that one down from 16 feet. He's got 17 points. Back to a 4-point game. Jefferson.
Just as tough there.
Got it to go on the inside. It's a 2-point Chicago lead.
Boy, he attacked too against 3 or 4 of the white shirts in there.
Timeout, Scott Skiles and the Bulls. Nets need a stop with 52.4 remaining. 92-90, Bulls leading the Nets.
He made a tough shot. It's been a big night for him, and this guy for the Nets attacking. 3 white shirts in there, tough little floater in the lane. Hey, they're trading big hoop after big hoop. The Nets have to try to get a quick 2. Best available shot. If the 3's there, obviously you take it with a good 3-point shooter.
The New Jersey Nets had a 27-point lead in this game in the second quarter. They now trail by 3 with 13.9 remaining here in Chicago. Jefferson gets it. Jefferson the drive, the dish, and the slam by Collins.
That's just what they ordered.
And the Bulls will take a timeout with 10.6 remaining. Only 3.3 came off the clock.
Well, they guarded the 3-point area, and Richard Jefferson had it, took the ball on the dribble, and the defense had to react. They took that away, little dump off to Collins.
On the defensive end, but what to do on the offensive end once they get the ball back.
Well, look at the last play here as Jefferson gets it, attacks, and just dishes off to Collins. Just what they needed. Take the quick 2 if it's available. You got a 2-point lead here, and you can't foul. But you don't want to lose the ball game either if you're Chicago.
7 seconds left. Nets down by 2. Jefferson, pull-up jump. Got it!
That's huge.
A 2-pointer with 4.2 left. Tie game.
How about that? That's guts right there.
We are going to overtime. Richard Jefferson knocks down the jumper to tie this one up at 94. Jefferson thought they just won the game. Jefferson claiming it was a 3.
I thought it was too.
The Nets are ready to walk off the court. Violet Palmer claiming it was a 2-pointer from the very beginning.
Well, isn't this reviewable?
It was not at the buzzer. We're going to take a look at it ourselves. Jefferson.
No, he's clearly on the line.
His foot was on the line. Richard Jefferson. A 2-pointer for Jefferson as his foot had crossed the line.
You get a look at that right toe. He's about, what, 3-4 inches on the line. Front of his sneakers on the line.
There will be no controversy at the end of this one.
I'll tell you, I thought that was a 3. I thought he made the 3, but when you look back, well, everybody panicked except for the referees. So they got it right.
Well, listen, Violet Palmer called it a 2 from the very beginning. As we called it live, I called it a 2 because of Violet Palmer. And Jefferson clearly had his foot on the line on that jump shot. So now watch as play continues. Now Heinrich calls a timeout there. They did not have a timeout left. That easily could have been.
He didn't really turn to the referee, but yeah, if somebody wanted
a major misstep. If the official saw Heinrich, you cannot call a timeout if you don't have one.
Right, we saw
that would have resulted in a Nets free throw.
Absolutely. But I think the intent of Richard Jefferson was to go for the win. I think he clearly was thinking,
he was thinking
I'm up for 3.
Absolutely, and he and Heinrich having some fun, chatting it up as this game. And New Jersey controls the tip. Nocioni missing 1 of 2 free throws, leaving the door open for the New Jersey Nets to tie this one up. Jefferson on a cross. Jefferson's jumper. He nails it from the side.
No fear right now as Jefferson. Big shot.
24 for RJ to go along with a career-high 15 rebounds. Heinrich, kick out. Dang looks to the interior. Nocioni on a back end against Collins. Best takes a swipe. Nocioni, ill-advised shot. And rebounded by Jefferson. Nocioni on Jefferson. 8 to shoot. They are riding Richard Jefferson. The Nets, meanwhile, are 3 of 10.
Well, the 3-point shot can get you in games quickly. It also can take you out of games just as quickly.
Doesn't get the roll on the second attempt, and Nocioni splits a pair once again. Jefferson, 24 points, 17 rebounds, and he is fouled in the act. No, before the shot, on the outside. And that is going to be number 3 on Dang.
Again, trying to take the defender off the dribble. Richard Jefferson, very aggressive. He's come up big late in the ball game and into this overtime.
Air ball.
Changed the trajectory because of the defender running out on him.
Up the floor in a hurry. Dang, quick shot. And Tipped over to Jefferson. Jefferson on a run out.
Makes no sense.
Vaughn using the screen. Lost the ball. Knocked around. Nocioni. He traveled. No call. And gives it away anyway.
Sloppy play.
Timeout, Lawrence Frank. Wants to settle things down. At the end of regulation, the Nets thought they had won the game on a Richard Jefferson three-pointer. This is at the final buzzer. You see Lawrence Frank. He begins to walk towards the tunnel area. He's gone. And Nenad Kristic is going, where is Coach going?
Coach, we got
and they just called him back.
We got a little more time left.
Back to live action. Best. Big three for Travis Best. 99-97 with under 2 minutes to go in OT.
Well, you never know who's going to be a hero, and Travis Best out of the timeout gets a pretty good look and nails it.
Tied at 99. Dang, a ball fake. Dang into the lane. Now a fadeaway, and it's rebounded by Jefferson, strong side. Here's Best. Toe on the line. Jefferson offensive rebound. And RJ will back it out.
The legs are the first to go. That's what happens on those jump shots after this many minutes.
Here's Vaughn. Jefferson sets the screen. Switch off. Duhan guarding Jefferson. Jefferson extra feed. And Mourning puts it in.
Too easy there, but a great job by the Nets to recognize it. If you're Chicago, you're disappointed, but they got caught out of position, and Mourning came right into the lane and parked himself there.
Terrific ball movement to give New Jersey a 2-point lead.
You gotta hang in there as a shooter. The one thing they tell you, stay on the line. Let's see if he does it here.
Short. That was on the cylinder.
Yeah, it could have been offensive goaltending.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether New Jersey or Chicago touched it.
I thought Harrington touched it first. But Nocioni just missed on a pair. 17 points, 14 rebounds for him in his NBA debut. Under a minute to go now. Double overtime. Jefferson off a double. Great find. Mourning. The big finish and the foul. And he and Harrington pointing fingers at one another.
Actually, I think he ought to be mad at Nocioni because he's the one that took the foul.
And Alonzo walks away with a smile.
That could be the one. Still a lot of time left.
Yep.
There's the foul.
And Zoe thought it was Harrington, and that's why he had something to say. Nocioni got him with a hard foul across the body.
Again, you see them out of position. They have to scramble, come over to double team. They leave their men. And that's 3 or 4 times that Mourning's been able to take up space and just park himself.
The reaction from the Nets bench with 48.7 remaining, and now the Nets have opened up a 4-point lead.
Has the block shots and inside, taking up space and coming to the basketball, making a big bucket there to give him the 4-point lead. He's a warrior, but
Richard Jefferson, by the way, we've kind of given up on the personal numbers because there's been so much other activity. Has 24 points and a career high 21 rebounds.
It's an incredible number. 2020 night, nearly a triple-double.
1 assist shy of a triple-double. Vaughn looking, fires to Jefferson, who slams it down.
It's the icing on the cake.
The backbreaker with 14 seconds left in double overtime. Richard Jefferson, a 26-point, 21-rebound performance. Fred Hickman's going to have all these details coming up on the Nissan postgame. We're going to hear from Lawrence Frank, interviews, locker room reaction, highlights. Nets a winner. Frank DeGrace, Director John Wilson, supervising YesNetwork.com. For final thoughts in just a moment as we head to the studio and Fred Hickman.